10 facts that prove the world is in a climate emergency. Global warming is no longer a distant threat. It's a present reality. The Earth's rising temperatures are wreaking havoc on our environment, causing extreme weather events, melting polar ice, and threatening biodiversity. Despite overwhelming scientific evidence, collective action remains insufficient. This crisis demands immediate attention and urgent action. From reducing carbon emissions to embracing renewable energy, every effort counts. As we delve into the alarming facts and statistics of global warming, it becomes clear that our survival hinges on the decisions we make today. The time to act is now, for the future of our planet depends on it. Number 1. The alarming rise in Earth's temperature. The Earth's temperature has risen dramatically over the past century, with an increase of 0.8 degrees Celsius or 1.4 degrees Fahrenheit. Most of this warming has occurred in the last 2 decades, indicating a rapid acceleration in global temperature rise. This rapid warming is unprecedented in Earth's history, and its consequences are already being felt across the globe. The increase in temperature is causing more frequent and severe weather events, such as heat waves, droughts, and devastating storms, impacting millions of lives and ecosystems. Number 2. Carbon dioxide levels at an all-time high. Today, the concentration of carbon dioxide CO2 in the atmosphere is higher than at any point in the last 800,000 years. Human activities, primarily the burning of fossil fuels and deforestation, release approximately 37 billion metric tons of CO2 into the atmosphere each year. This massive influx of greenhouse gases traps heat, leading to a stronger greenhouse effect and a warmer planet. The Mauna Loa Observatory in Hawaii recorded a global average CO2 concentration of 417.6 parts per million ppm in 2022, a significant increase from pre-industrial levels of 278 ppm. Number 3. Melting polar ice and rising sea levels. The warming of our planet is causing polar ice caps, glaciers, and sea ice to melt at alarming rates. If global temperatures rise by just a few more degrees, the melting ice will cause sea levels to rise, inundating coastal cities and displacing millions of people. The Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change (IPCC) predicts that the ocean could rise by 7 to 23 inches in the next 100 years due to global warming. This rise in sea level will have devastating effects on coastal communities, ecosystems, and economies worldwide. Number 4. Extreme weather events on the rise. The increase in global temperatures is leading to more extreme and unpredictable weather patterns. Heat waves are becoming more intense and frequent, droughts are lasting longer, and wildfires are becoming more widespread. In 2023, the world experienced its hottest year on record, with temperatures breaking records on multiple consecutive days. The frequency and severity of hurricanes and tropical storms have also increased, with some scientists warning that we may need to prepare for Category 6 storms, a level beyond the current ranking system. Number 5. The threat to biodiversity. Global warming is causing significant disruptions to ecosystems and wildlife habitats. As temperatures rise, many species are struggling to adapt to the changing conditions. Animals that cannot migrate to more suitable habitats face extinction. For instance, coral reefs, which are highly sensitive to temperature changes, are experiencing mass bleaching events. When corals expel their symbiotic algae due to stress, they turn white and are more prone to death. The decline in coral reefs threatens the biodiversity of marine ecosystems and the livelihoods of millions who depend on them. Number 6. Economic impact and food security. The effects of global warming are not limited to the environment. They also have severe economic implications. As countries grapple with extreme weather events, resources are diverted from economic development to disaster response and recovery. The agricultural sector is particularly vulnerable, with crop yields declining due to heat stress, drought, and changing precipitation patterns. This leads to food shortages and increased prices, exacerbating hunger and malnutrition. By 2050, The risk of hunger and malnutrition could rise by 20% worldwide due to climate change. Number 7. Water scarcity and quality. Water scarcity is another critical issue exacerbated by global warming. Half of the world's population already experiences water scarcity for part of the year, and climate change is intensifying this shortage. Higher temperatures increase evaporation rates, reducing water availability in many regions. Additionally, climate change affects water quality by causing more frequent and severe floods, droughts, and higher temperatures, which can increase the presence of pollutants in water sources. This poses a significant risk to human health and ecosystems. Number 8. Accelerating sea level rise. Since 19, sea levels have risen faster than in any preceding century, in at least the past 3,000 years. This rise is primarily due to the melting of ice sheets and glaciers and the thermal expansion of seawater as it warms. The process is accelerating, with roughly 10 centimeters of sea level rise occurring since 1992 alone. Even if we limit global warming to 15 degrees Celsius, the global mean sea level could rise between 2 and 3 meters over the next 2,000 years, causing long-term impacts on coastal communities and infrastructure. Number 9. The Arctic Meltdown. The Arctic region is warming faster than almost any other place on Earth, with annual Arctic sea ice reaching its lowest levels since at least 1850. Between 2011 and 2020, late summer Arctic sea ice was smaller than at any time in the past 1,000 years. The decline in Arctic sea ice cover, currently decreasing at a rate of 12.6% per decade, has far-reaching consequences for global weather patterns and marine ecosystems. The loss of sea ice also contributes to the acceleration of global warming, as less ice means less sunlight is reflected back into space. Number 10. Human health and social impacts. The impacts of global warming extend to human health and societal well-being. Heat waves, floods, and other extreme weather events cause direct harm to human health, increasing the incidence of heat-related illnesses, respiratory problems, and vector-borne diseases. Vulnerable populations, such as the elderly, children, and those with pre-existing health conditions, are at greater risk. Additionally, climate change exacerbates social inequalities, as marginalized communities often lack the resources to adapt and recover from climate-related disasters. Lastly, the evidence is clear. Global warming is a critical threat to our planet, our health, and our future. While the problem may seem overwhelming, collective action can make a significant difference. Reducing greenhouse gas emissions, transitioning to renewable energy sources, and implementing sustainable practices are essential steps toward mitigating the impacts of global warming. Individual actions, such as conserving energy, reducing waste, and supporting climate-friendly policies, also play a crucial role. Together, we can tackle the climate crisis and create a more sustainable and resilient world for future generations. Stay informed and join us on InfoBurst to learn more and take action.